Wondering how to use the Momcozy V2 Pro? Then stick around, as in this video I am going to walk you through the different Momcozy V2 settings, components, and how to assemble the Momcozy V2 breast pump. So let's get started and take a look at the different components that make up this pump. First of all, you have your pump motor. Now this is a nice handheld, super small, lightweight pump motor. It has an adjustable lanyard as well as a belt buckle clip to attach it to your clothing. This is connected to your collection cups via tubing. Now with this pump, you have two options for your tubing. You have your double, let me straighten it out, you have your double pumping tubing. So this has the white Y and two connection points up the top. And you have your single pumping tubing, which is just the singular connector piece. So you can use this pump either single or double. Then you have your collection cup. Now I've got the flange cover on. So if I remove this, you have simply three pieces to this. It is so easy to use. You have your collection cup. Now this is a 7-ounce capacity, super large in capacity, but relatively a really small collection cup, which I love. You have your duckbill valve and you have your flange, which has your connector or linker attached. So this is a singular unit piece. So how does this all go back together? As you can see, it's really super simple. You take your duckbill valve and attach it to the bottom of the linker. You are going to want to align it so it is nice and flat with the surface of your flange. And then you're going to simply take your collection cup and we're going to push the flange piece in. You need to align it so the top of your pouring spout lines up with the lid, and then we are simply going to push this into place. Now it doesn't have a sound when you push it in, but you can see that there's a nice secure seal. To confirm that, I love to push around the outside super firm. Having a secure seal is super important for your suction as well as reducing any milk leakage. Lastly, you're going to want to take your pouring spout cover and simply push that into place. Then, depending if you are going to be doing single or double pumping, take your connector piece. You can see up the top that there is a circle or a teardrop. This indicates that that goes upright. So you're going to want to take that, place that upright, and then simply push that firmly into place. Take your other piece of tubing with the connector and that simply goes into the bottom of your pump motor. And you are ready for pumping. Now I'll keep this as a single setup. If you want to use double, then you repeat the process for your collection container and use the double pumping tubing. So I like to store the flange lid on this while I'm doing videos because it has fantastic suction and it goes onto the table and it's really hard to lift off. So something also to keep in mind at home if you are preferring not to have it sucking on the table. Okay, let's have a look at the different settings. So with your pump, you have your power button, so you simply hold this in. You can lightly to turn it on and lightly press it to pause, or you hold it in to turn off. So if we turn this back on, it will retain your last setting. So you can see that I had that on level 3 and the stimulation. So you can change your modes between the mode button. There are 3 modes. You have your stimulation, which is the heart. This is the short suctions that are to stimulate your letdown. You want to run this for about 2 minutes or until your letdown initiates. Then you can switch over to either the expression mode, which are longer drawn out suctions for drawing out your breast milk, or the mixed mode, which is a combination of the shorter and longer suctions. Which one you choose, have a play around as people respond differently. There's no one size fits all when it comes to your comfort and output and the different settings. Lastly, you have the plus and minus. Now these are just for adjusting your suction level strength. So the plus is for increasing and the minus is for decreasing. I recommend starting on a 2 or 3 level and then working your way up till you find a level that feels comfortable and giving you a great output. All right, so that is your settings. When you are ready to pump, you will need to clean and sterilize your collection container. You also need to confirm that you have the correct flange size. So this, the Momcozy V2 does come with your nipple ruler, measuring ruler. So please use that and determine what your nipple size is. If you need to use a flange insert to reduce this 24mm flange tunnel size, then you have a 17, a 19 and a 21mm flange insert that comes with a kit. Outside of those sizings, you will either need to get a different size flange insert or a flange if you're a larger size. At this stage, they don't have the larger 27mm flange sizes, but I am hoping that they bring those in. If you need to use a flange insert, you simply slide it in and push it firmly into place until it is nice and flat. Then you are going to want to take your collection container. Imagine my hand is the breast. You're going to want to line your nipple up centrally in the tunnel and in an upright position attach. Secure your collection container firmly with a great wearable pumping bra, and then you can run through your pumping session. So starting on the stimulation mode for around 2 minutes and then switching to the expression or the mixed mode for around 20 or so minutes, or until you've finished your pumping session. This will automatically turn off after 30 minutes. Once you have finished your pumping session, lean forward slightly and you're going to want to break the suction using your finger. You don't want to just pull this off or it will pull your nipple with it and be quite painful. So gently break the suction seal and then remove your pump. I like to lean forward slightly to help prevent any leaks. Then at this stage, you can remove your tubing. These parts do not need to be sterilized. They have not come in contact with your breast milk, so we can move those to the side for later on. Your collection container will stand up on its own, so that's great if you're double pumping and want to remove your other pump. When you are ready, you simply remove the pouring spout lid and can pour your milk into a separate container. Or if you are using the pumping bags, that's a separate attachment, but you can also use those and then remove them and place your milk into storage directly because it will already be in a milk bag. Once you're done with that and it's empty, then you need to just remove the pieces and wash and sterilize as required. Now, I do also recommend that once you finish your pumping session, that you pop your pump motor onto charge. It's done by USB-C, so the small part goes into the top here, and then you can put your USB into a charger point. Super easy to use. I really quite like it for its how easy and simple it is to use. You've only got 3 minimal parts. The only other thing to mention is that these are not dishwasher safe. So you're going to either need to sterilize them by boiling, or you can use a solution like a Milton solution to sterilize your parts. I hope this video helps. If you have any other questions, then please feel free to ask. Cheers.